What's up, Lightbearers? Welcome to Light Tap, a Viviset podcast. My name is Melissa.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be talking about
vision.
You guys, it is the last day of the year.
Woo-woo.
Goodbye, 2022. Literally today, for us, is December the 31st. You guys might see this in 2023. I'm going to try my best to do it today. But in case technology doesn't like to cooperate, you guys will see this in 2023. But nonetheless, it's the last day of the year for us. And we are just so excited.
So excited.
For what's to come. We have had many conversations as to our goals and our vision for the next year.
We're ready.
Which really inspired this episode today. And we want to bring it to you guys. One of the things that I really like when I'm in shambles, which happens a lot, is this verse that we're going to read today. And it's this topic that we're talking about today that really brings me back to like, all right, girl, like, what are you doing? Come on, we need to have a vision, and this is where we need to go, and this is what we need to do to get there. And so today's verse, Emily will read it in English, and then I'll read it in Spanish.
Okay. In English, we're reading from Proverbs 29:18, and it states, "If people can't see what God is doing, they stumble all over themselves. But when they attend to what He reveals, they are most blessed."
En español, el versículo es Proverbios 29:18 y dice, donde no hay un buen gobernante, el pueblo no sabe qué hacer. Pero Dios bendice a los que obedecen su ley. En mi caso, this year, well, no, not this year, but this couple of months,
Yes.
If you follow us on Instagram, which you should follow us, it's at VividSet, we have been kind of silent. Not kind of, but we have been silent. And the reason is because VividSet in general, it's faith-based, it's spiritual-based, it's Christ-based, and the owner is me. And so, and so if I'm not connected with the Lord, tampoco VividSet is. So I'm like, let me get myself together, because I haven't been a buen gobernante of my life or of VividSet. So, y ahí dice, el pueblo no sabe qué hacer. Y el pueblo también soy yo y no sé qué hacer.
I don't know what to do.
So mejor no hago nada. Like, let me just sit back and like observe and like let the Lord do what it needs to do. But it's like a good reminder of like this verse. These couple of months have been a good reminder of like, Melissa, you don't know what to do because you don't have a vision, and you don't have a godly vision at that. Deja tú que tenga una visión de andar allá por la calle, whatever, but it's like, no, I don't have a godly vision. No lo he puesto a él primero. There's another translation, because the one that we read in English is in the Message translation, but there's a King James version, and it says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And perish means they die. So literally we can see the importance of having a vision for your life and for your goals and for everything else. So 2023, Emily, new year tomorrow. We got goals for the new year. We got new goals.
Of course, always.
I know that you don't want to go into detail because tampoco, but what areas do you have goals in, or do you want to share at least one of those goals?
I mean, definitely career-wise, personal-wise, definitely I want to like make sure that I'm setting myself up for success for my future. Not always, I think we've talked about this before. Ever since I was young, as soon as I got like my first job, there was no asking mommy, daddy for money. It's always just been me. And for those that know me, it is little old me and just me. But now little old me has parents that are getting older. And now it's not just little old me, now it's little old me and her parents. So it's a little different.
You got some responsibilities under your belt now. Yeah.
So definitely some of them is just, getting stability financially. I do have definitely some stability, but I want that stability to come with my career. Where I don't have to worry about like, oh, where's my next job gonna come from? good
or at least be happy with your job. Like, be like something that you are passionate about.
Something which what I'm doing now, I am passionate about it, but is it something that I see myself doing long term?
Yeah.
Like for the rest of my life? No.
Yeah.
And realistically speaking, I couldn't even. Because for those who know, I'm a nanny, and as of right now, I am nannying 3 little boys. You know, I have a baby toddler, I have a little kid, and another older little kid who thinks he's the boss. I love them so much, but let's be real. They're gonna phase out, they're gonna grow up, and then what's gonna happen to my job? It's gonna be non-existent. So is it something that's gonna be long-term? No, it's not. It's not something that I can keep for the rest of my life. Can I jump from family to family and family?
Yeah.
I could. Do I want to do that?
But then you get older and it's like, do you have the same patience? Do you have the same strength? Do you have the same everything?
The same energy.
Yeah, like,
exactly. So, do I love my job? Is that one of my passions? It definitely is. Everybody that knows me, that is one of my passions, you know, working with kids. But is that something that I see myself doing for the rest of my life? No, unfortunately. So that is something definitely that I'm trying to work on. I am ready this new year to start those steps to get there. And I have definitely, you know, being realistic with myself, being like, okay, these are the things that's gotta happen to get there, you know?
Which I'm glad that you say that, because every vision needs then steps in order for it to come to fruition, right?
Which I think, you know, we talk.
Yes.
We talk. We have definitely
even though we're not on here, we're here almost every weekend.
Every weekend. We have always been close. I do feel like we have gotten closer in the last couple years, but we have definitely gotten a lot closer this year. And I'm going to say, no, I'm kidding. No, we definitely have gotten closer this year.
What vaso?
Look, we got you on tape. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I delete that part.
No, like I was saying, what was I saying? you got me distracted.
You got closer.
Yes. I have definitely talked to Melissa about what those steps look like, and what my vision is looking like. And she's like, okay, I see what you're seeing. Yo sé lo que me estás diciendo. I see it, and it's something good. But what are the steps that you're going to take to make that first step? And I'm always like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do. But where's the action? And I'm like, I'm not there yet. And then she's like, you just got to do it. Like, if you're serious about it, whether it seems like it's an insignificant, or if it seems like, oh, well, you could do it some other time or somewhere else that's going to be more beneficial. It'll be better to just start it now, even if it doesn't seem like the best option, than start it later with somebody who can like, oh, like this is what they can offer you, and maybe it may not be the best scenario, even though it might look way better and more más deseable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looks like a better offer, but is it really?
That's my question to you. Is it really? Let's play it out. Let's role play real quick. That's my thing, right? So for sure, like having a vision, you have to put into actions. Exactly. And that is my thing. And then the conversations that we've had lately have always been like, all right, this is where we need to go. Let's figure out the steps that we need to get there. Exactly. What do you need? Like let's gather all the resources. So it's like, for example, like if I am trying to plant some plants, which hopefully this happens this next year, my garden, my vegetable garden needs to happen this next year. Okay, I will be successful.
Look, I've been waiting for that vegetable garden. I'm like,
for 2 years now. Yeah. I know, déjame paz. Estamos en el último día del año. But anyways, like the vision is there. The vision is, I want to, have some watermelon, some strawberries, some tomatoes, some cucumbers. So yo ya sé, ya lo escribí. Ya más o menos están ahí tierrita, más o menos.
Okay.
We still need to make it better. So la visión ya está ahí, ya está escrita, ya está mentally, ya está everything.
You
emotionally, everything. But then, I gotta take the steps, right? Porque sentada aquí, hablando aquí, That's not gonna make my vegetable garden grow. So then I have to go and I have to plant it. Hey, planted. And
so you can bear some good fruit.
Yes. But then I have to plant it, and then I have to water, I have to fertilize it, I have to put in some work.
Yes.
Put in some work to your visions.
Because your vegetable garden, that's just what it is. It's just a vegetable garden that's in your vision. It's not just going to be like, click, magically appear. Aquí está. No, it's going to require some work.
Exactly.
To make that vision come true.
And then I'm going to be able to enjoy my good fruit. I'm going to be able to bear some good fruit. Plug in for our shopvividset.com if you want this hoodie, if you want that hat, if you want all the rest of the hats, the rest of the jackets, shopvividset.com. But you have to have a vision. Like, before you even start taking steps, it is good for you to have a vision, whether that is write it down, whether that is put it on your phone, whether that is mentally like have it somewhere. I would say I'm very like visual person. I like to have it, you know, somewhere where I can see it, because it can be a reminder.
Definitely.
Like, these are the things that we need to work on, because I can just sit and I can probably forget if I just have it in my mind. Pero si yo lo miro, then I'm gonna be like, oh, that's right. Para ese tiempo I had to do this, and like, what did I do to do that? Okay, I haven't done anything. All right, let me get it together. Like, these are the steps that I need to take to be able to meet at least that one goal.
Definitely.
So I think that for a lot of people, like, New Year comes and they're like, we're gonna have New Year's resolutions, New Year goals, New Year, new me. We love saying that, and that's awesome. I'm that kind of person. I like to finish out my chapters like in my year, like, okay, yeah, 22 is done, new year, like reset the button, here we go, 2023. And that's awesome if you like to do that. Some people are more like, well, no, I live day by day, and it's like, no me importa nada, like, I don't care about New Year's resolution. That's awesome for you too. I'm happy for you too. But I feel like we need to have a good vision of what God is doing in our lives. Even this verse here says people can't see if people can't see what God is doing, they stumble all over themselves. You know, there's another verse that we like to quote, or a lot of Christians like to quote, and it's like, God has great plans for your life, right? Plans to prosper you, plans to like do all these great things. And it's like, but can you see those plans? Can you see them? Or are you going to stumble all over yourself? Can you see that, you know, that you have plans, but God has better plans than that?
Exactly.
Can you see that? Because sometimes your plans will not match the plans of God.
Definitely. And then sometimes we decide to be selfish and be like, but this is what I want, like, this is what it is. But you're so blinded, you can't even see God's plans.
Blinded in that, man, because you wrote down your plans, you did a list of all your goals, but you didn't leave that room and that space for God to work, for it to be like, you know what, God, aquí te los presento todos, but let your will be done. You know, if this ain't it,
then don't take it away.
Take it away. I don't want it then. Give me what you have. Porque yo sé que whatever you have, it is going to be to prosper me.
Exactly.
It is going to bring me peace, bring me joy, bring me some good things happening.
Exactly.
So, leave that wiggle room para que Dios sea Dios y él pueda hacer lo que él tiene que hacer, para que él pueda to do what he needs to do and what his plans are, because those are the best plans.
Exactly.
But always have visions, always have goals for yourself, always work towards something to better yourself in whatever areas. Maybe you're content at your job, and so career-wise you don't want to make moves. Awesome. Don't. Keep on doing what you're doing, do a good job, but maybe in a different area, like spiritually, maybe you need to get closer to God. All right, take the steps to do that, whether that is waking up early, you know, praying, reading the word, putting in more worship time in your day, like doing things like that, but work towards something in cualquier área de tu vida.
So I have an example, right? And this year, 2022, I think I told you about this. I didn't really like delve into it, but I did do it. Not the whole year, but I did it.
Let's be honest.
And it sounds really funny, and it is funny, but it's like something that I really didn't even like process until like recently. Like half of the first year was great. The rest of the year was like, ooh, I didn't do that.
Okay.
So I promised myself when 2022 started, I was like, I can feel myself. I'm not as healthy as I used to be. Oh, Lord, then again, I wasn't. Hold on. It's not what you think. Okay. We're not gonna talk about that because I'm not ready for that.
Okay, as long as we're there.
Okay. When we talking about healthy, we're like, she's thinking about my health. I'm thinking about like, oh, my like food intake. Okay. Yeah. I'm not there yet. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I am there. I'm just, that's not what we're talking about. Okay. So when the year started, I told myself, okay, you know, I am not that meal prep person.
Yeah.
It would be great if I could. But in my experience, I have cooked in my home. Because I used to cook I still kind of do cook when I nanny. So I got used to cooking. And my family is so used to just comida típica like your husband is, because they're just like, Salvadorian, I need these food. Yes. Yep. I need these food. Where are my pupusas? Where are my tortillas? Mi queso, mi frijol, mi elote, mi freaking huevo. And I'm just like, okay, well, I cooked for a while in 2020 and 2021 because that was pre-pandemic time. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you know, like, I'm home. That's why I started baking, because because I was like, I'm home. We got some time off. Like this, I'm bored. I don't want to just sit at home. So I would cook. My family would try it. Well, you're missing some salt. You're missing this. You're missing that. And ever since I was young and I learned how to cook, I purposely would keep some seasoning out or like limit it, like salt.
Yeah.
However much my mom would put, I would put half. So of course it would taste different. But I'm already thinking, look, my mom and my dad, they already don't take care of themselves food wise. I'ma do it for you. So I would cook and my dad would complain, this is not the food that I wanted. I'm missing this, I'm missing that. And then my mom would be like, oh, this is great. I'll eat it. But I'm like, but you're my mom. I know you. And I see your face. Don't get me wrong. She'll be the main one that will definitely eat some of the food that I cook, but not all of it. And my brother will straight up just be like, I'll just go get something from the store. Restaurant. Yeah.
Wow.
And so conste, this is not like crazy food. I did not just cook just some like freaking crazy food that they've never had before. This is some like rice and chicken. This is like some freaking like pasta. And they're just like, well, this is not like, where's the pupus? And I'm like, look, eat it. It's food. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Eat it and quiet.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you're just not going to eat what I'm going to cook. I'm just not going to cook. Simple as that. I'm just not going to cook. I'll help my mom cook. But me personally, I'm not cooking a whole meal for you if I already know I'm wasting my time. Mm-hmm. So that was backstory, right? Okay. So when the year started, I told myself, I need to stop eating out as much. Like, it's not healthy. It's not good. Like, let's be very honest. It's not even filling sometimes.
Yeah.
So when the year started, I stopped eating out. I stopped going to restaurants and getting fast food. Would I go to restaurants with family? Yeah, definitely. But eating out as like a meal, like as lunch or dinner, I just didn't do it anymore. And I stopped for a long time. I really did. But life caught up to me. And I was just like, I'm coming home too late. I don't have time to like cook or even like eat with the family that I work with. I don't have time. So I'm like, let me just get something quick. Let me go get a shower and let me go to sleep. And that spiraled into, oh, it's fine. It's another day. It's fine. It's not a big deal. One taquito is not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
And here I am, freaking like 5-6 months later. Here we are at Chick-fil-A. Here we are at Taco Bell. Here we are at like all these new restaurants I found.
Of course.
So I'm like, okay. We started, we didn't finish. It was a good plan. But if you don't plan everything like you're supposed to, because it was a good plan.
Yeah.
Stop eating out. But me, I did not plan, okay, if you're not going to eat out, where are you getting your food from?
There was missing factors.
There was missing factors. Uh-huh. And that's something that I think that we do when it comes to our goals with our relationship with God. We're like, we're going to get closer. We're going to do this. Oh, I'm going to read my Bible. I'm going to make time for this and this and this and this. That's great. But wait a minute. Where are you going to make that time? You want to read your Bible more? Okay. Do you have a plan to like, I'm going to read this Bible verse at this time of the day and I'm going to reflect on it?
Yeah.
Where is that plan?
Yeah.
It's great that you say that you're going to like get closer to God, but are you like congregándote? Are you going to church? Are you actually making that step to actually do it?
You're not supposed to attack me right now. I'm just kidding.
That was just something that I wanted to throw out there because
it's so good though, because it's true.
It's true. Everybody says
you think about all the good scenarios, so you never think about what is gonna happen like if that doesn't work.
Exactly.
Like, what is
and this is not coming to like attack people. No, not at all, because I have been there as well. No, clearly, as you can see. I'm like, I want to read the Bible. I want to do this and this and this and this. But have you actually mentally thought about,
like, realistically,
okay, this is what I'm going to do. 10 minutes before I go to bed, I'm going to read the Bible. I'm going to reflect on it. And I'm going to try to find a verse that is going to correlate to what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, I'm going to go to church. Okay, I'm going to apartar this one time where I'm going to tell my boss, like, hey, I know that it's optional to come on Saturdays and you really want me here, but I'm not because I have church. And this is one of my priorities for this year. Yeah. Are you actually doing that?
Yeah.
To make that vision, to make those goals happen.
Yep. And that is in any scenario, in any vision or any goal that you have. Don't think about just like the best case scenarios.
Exactly.
Like, be realistic with your goals. Look at like, okay.
And be intentional in your life to make it happen.
Yes. Oh, I like that, Emily. That was nice. All right, you guys. So today's going to be like a really short episode and we're going to move forward with our Am I the Asshole? The last one of the year. The last one. Are you ready for our last one?
I am. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so for this one, the title is Am I the Asshole for telling my cousin his goals of being a Navy SEAL are unrealistic? What do you think?
I can't. No puedo opinar because I kind of read it.
Of course you did.
So what do you think?
Well, I think, well, this is his cousin.
Yes.
When it comes to family, ain't nobody gonna be as real with you as your family.
But also, don't you want your family to support you?
Definitely. But I know that as much as I would love to be a doctor, I can't be no doctor. That's just me. No, I cannot. Because I thought about it for as long as I did. I really did, especially right out of high school. I was like, it's okay. I can deal with blood. I can deal with that. And then my mom sat me down and she's like, can you deal with all the kids that you're going to be meeting with that are going to be affecting your mental health because they can't and you can't help them because they got a terminal illness that has no cure as of right now? And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. And I thought about it. And I was just like, well, you know what? I don't think so. I could help them. I could be the doctor. I definitely could. But could I deal with that mentally, knowing that literally no matter what I do, as of right now, during this time, there's literally nothing that I could do for them other than give them, some sort of relief.
I don't know.
That's just my personal experience,
But see, that's
right?
the thing. Like you can say that about you. Like, hey, maybe this goal is unrealistic for me. Pero que alguien te diga, like, let's say like your dream was to be a doctor, and somebody says like, nah, you ain't got what it takes to be a doctor. Let's be realistic here. You're gonna suck. How would you feel?
I'll be like, oh.
Exactly. So we'll see. Keep reading this story.
Okay. Let's go. My cousin is going to be a senior when school starts, and he is talking about how he'll be a badass Navy SEAL. I recently completed boot camp at Pendleton. His parents are pushing him to do it, but the thing is, I know he can't. He's very overweight and out of shape. He couldn't play football for more than 5 minutes without getting winded, and he cried when someone tackled him. He would not even get accepted into buds, nor would he last there. When we were out at a family outing and he kept talking about how right after he graduates, he'll be a Navy SEAL, I was in a car with his parents who kept saying they're proud of him and believe in him. Our cousins were there too. I told it to him straight and said, I completed boot camp and you would not even get accepted, let alone pass. I can tell you from my experience, you are not cut out for special forces, and you'll be lucky to get a job as a paint scraper. His parents told me to be quiet, but I'm trying to warn him before he humiliates himself. He will simply not get accepted and get laughed at by the recruiters. If he does, he won't pass buds and get assigned a Navy contract seal. So now the Navy will use him as a paint scraper for 4 years. He can't possibly join the SEALs, but he'll need at least 2 years to get physically fit enough. Right after high school is not feasible. He ended up crying, which just proves my point. The parents said that they had enough and told me to get out of the car. My sister's car stopped for me to pick me up. I don't think I did anything wrong, but you tell me, am I the asshole?
You know that saying that says, like, it's not about what you said, it's about how you say it? Yes. This is where I apply. I think so. I mean, is he an asshole for the way that he said it? Absolutely.
Yes.
For how you said it, yes.
Mm-hmm. He had no
tact. For
For
your point of view, if you just completed something and you know this past, or you know this kid or whatever, and you feel like, hey, you know, I think that if this is your goal, you're going to have to take these steps to, you know, like, okay, you'll need at least 2 years to get physical fit, blah, blah, blah. You need to work on your mental health. Like, you have to be strong mentally. This is what they're going to put you through. Can you even, like, handle somebody being cruel to you and screaming at your face and not believing in you and calling you names and whatever? Can you handle that without crying? Can you handle that without letting it affect you personally? Then you'll be qualified, right? But when you just completely say, like, you're gonna be a freaking paint scraper or whatever else, like,
you're not even gonna get a Navy contract.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna, like, you're just gonna humiliate yourself. Like, I'm just like, dude.
Like, he straight up attacked him.
To me, I just feel like at this point, like, you're just a hater. Yeah. You're the only one that wants to be in the Navy. Maybe your thing,
you want that to be your thing and nobody else's.
And nobody else's. Like, to me, instead of you sounding like a cousin that actually wants to warn him or wants to, like, care for him and be realistic with his cousin, I really feel like you a hater.
If he really was concerned about, like, oh, he's not ready, like, if he really wants to do this, he's not ready, he would have said, oh, he said, oh, he wouldn't need at least 2 years to get physically fit and mentally fit. Okay, why didn't you say, as of right now, in your physical form, you're not capable, but if you take the time then the next 2 years to get physically fit, maybe you would be. And then that would be a different case.
Like, okay, this cousin completed boot camp. All right, you've been there, you experienced it, you know what he's facing. How about you're like, hey, you really serious about this? All right, okay, I'm gonna give you a plan. Déjate doy un plan de lo que necesitas hacer. De, like, this is gonna be your workout plan, this is gonna be your meal plan, this is gonna be your mental plan, whatever. You need to do all of this
to get
and
there.
We'll reevaluate.
Exactly.
And let's see how you do, and, like, whatever. If you want to try, go ahead. But I'm telling you from experience that this is what you're gonna need. Versus just saying, like, nah, you suck.
This ain't for you.
You're out of
like,
shape,
you're not gonna make
or whatever.
it.
Like, you want to cry about it. Like, dang, you just want to beat somebody up. And this, I like this story because sometimes when we have goals and we have visions and we tell our closest people, which sometimes could be our family members.
It could be, definitely.
It could be maybe our friends or whatever. Sometimes you might not get the support or the response that you expected to get. Because yes, the guy who wants to be, his dream is to be in the Navy SEAL, he got the support and whatever from his parents, which I'm so glad the parents were like, hold up, you're not about happen.
To do that in my in front of us.
Or who kept, like, me, I'm pretty sure that they're realistic, like, yeah, my son is overweight, todavía le falta un año para high school, let's be honest, todavía tiene un año para prepararse. He could be planning already to make different type of changes, and they're like, you know what, I believe in you, I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna help you with whatever it is that you need. So that's great. But then there's other family members who are gonna be hating, who probably wanted to do what you're planning on doing, who your vision was their vision once upon a time and they never made it happen. And so they're gonna make some negative comments. One, be aware of who you tell your visions to. Like, be careful who you say it to, because not everybody means well for you. Definitely. Not everybody wants the best things for you. And two, if you tell them and you didn't get the response that you wanted, it doesn't matter. The only person that matters que te respalde en tus visiones is God.
Exactly.
In God alone. Si tú dejaste las visiones y tú le entregaste a él y tú se lo diste a él, and you put it, you know, en un altar para él, and you're like, all right, God, you know, these are my plans, and you let your will be done and all this stuff, then that's all that matters.
Definitely.
Because you get cousins like this who are haters.
Okay, so there is one comment that says, you're the asshole. There are a couple reasons that make you the asshole. Yeah. To set the scene, you were at a family outing. Yeah. As for what you said to him, I completed boot camp and you will not even get accepted, let alone pass. Problem number one. While it is good to be honest, it is also the delivery of when, where, and how you say something like this. Suddenly making this outburst is disrespectful and unnecessarily harsh. Yes. I can tell you from my experience that you are not cut out for special forces. Problem number two. You spoke with a family and finality. With finality. And you know that with time and effort, he can change.
Yes.
This statement is absolutely dream crushing because you are implying that he will never be able to achieve his dreams. You'll be lucky to get a job as a paint scraper. Problem number three. This is just insulting him at this point to rub salt in the wound. It's degrading and hurtful. His parents told me to be quiet, but I'm trying to warn him before he humiliates himself. Problem number four. Too late, bud. You humiliated him by saying all that during a family outing, which was no doubt in a public venue where prying ears could possibly overhear the conversation. You humiliated him in front of his parents. Yeah. You did a lot wrong with just one reply. Your execution was completely devoid of tact. While you may be speaking honestly with him, there is a time and place. Yeah. This was not the time nor the place. Talk to him in private next time and explain what happened with you during your time. Explain that he will need to work to toughen himself up more since he's clearly an emotional kid. That sucks.
That sucks. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that this person broke it down.
Exactly. I was gonna say he literally broke down everything that he did wrong.
Like this meant this. This. In other words, you said this, and so I am so glad that happened. I'm telling you.
Some people, I think, speak. They care, but they speak more emotionally with the closed mentality, because all they can see is right in front of them. They don't have an open mind to see the possibility. And if this person even went to boot camp and did all of these things and he already passed and everything, I feel like that is something that is required, especially if you're in boot camp, to have an open mind, to even think about other possibilities and other options, other things to be able to solve a problem that you may be going through, and to even have that thing where you're just like, you'll be lucky, you're never gonna pass. Like, that is so hurtful that, just because this was your experience and he doesn't look the way that you look does not mean that he couldn't.
Exactly.
People change. Weight changes. Appearance changes.
He's still in high school. You're acting like this man graduated. No,
he's already gonna join. He's not gonna join as of this moment. He still has time to get there. Yep. But he literally he basically was nailing his coffin down. This is not gonna happen.
Yes, exactly. Which
that just sucks.
But this was today's episode. Hopefully this helps you in your New Year's resolution, in your goals, in your, whatever it is that you're planning for this new year or for the days to come, however you see it for yourself, to have a vision, work towards that vision, act on your vision, work on your vision, and then you'll be able to bear good fruit. Any last words for the year?
Don't get discouraged.
Oh, yes.
Don't get discouraged. Even if you mess up, it doesn't mean I was gonna go to the gym twice a week. I'm gonna do it. and then you missed the weekend. You're like, well, that's it. I just didn't do it. It is what it is. We'll try again next year.
Let me cancel my gym membership. That's me.
That was me too.
Yes, I like that one. Don't get discouraged either. And that is it for today. That is it for the year. Goodbye 2022. We'll see you in 2023. Light tap, light bearers. And that's it. Until next time. Bye.